first, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Welcome back to Fox 12 Now. Thanks for joining us. I'm Greg Nibbler, and we appreciate you being here. We're here every weekday starting around 1 p.m. But something you may know, if you have been watching us quite a bit here over the last couple of weeks, is that the Oregon Charity Championship is back, coming up on September 29th. Now, this is another annual event where you're going to see lots of different charitable organizations competing against each other, and they're competing for a very big prize during that. But the most important thing that's happening there is also the fact that we get to find out about all these charitable organizations and the amazing work that they do with the communities that they serve. And that's what we're doing here with this segment right now. We are now joined by Ray Keene, who's the executive director of the Canby Center. And Ray, thank you very much, for having time to talk to us about this. And we'll get into the golf side of things here in a bit, which is a golf tournament for the Oregon Charity Championship. But before we do so, could you just tell us, a little bit about yourself and the Canby Center?
The Canby Center is an amazing organization that really helps people to grow in their dignity. We were founded back in about 2008, and it was around the time of the housing crisis back then. And 5 local churches said, let's do something to get up out of the pews and help our neighbors. And since then, it's grown immensely. Last year, we provided about 35,000 services to folks in need. I've been with the Canby Center for 10 years, and I love, love, love what I get to do. It's pretty special.
Wow, that's, 35,000 services. Is that what you just said there?
Yes, sir.
That's a huge number. I wanted to clarify that was right. So when you're talking about that, and servicing that community, what are some of those different things? Just maybe some examples of that.
We do all kinds of different things, from providing food. Last year, 735,000 pounds of food went out to families who are in need. 59,000 pounds of clothing. We have after-school tutoring programs, Reading Mentors program, and a Quest Youth Mentoring program that are in partnership with the Canby School District. So we do a lot of different things, but really our cornerstone programming is our Thriving Together program, where we provide food and clothing for families who are struggling. And we ask them to do a little bit in return by volunteering 1 hour per month, and also taking a finance class with us within the first 6 months on the program. And currently about 400 families partner with us in that way and help provide thousands of hours of volunteer service back into the organization that they themselves are benefiting from. And so it's a special work. In the last year, we've served about 3,000 people. And in our community, there are significant needs. About 3,000 folks live at or below the poverty line. And so it's really important that we be there for our neighbors, but to show up in a way that helps strengthen their dignity, not diminish it.
Yeah, so education through that process as well. So helping somebody to learn on that. And, I would imagine when it comes to that, there's a lot of services, a lot of things that you're doing. Naturally, just like everything, funding is necessary. Things do cost money. So when it comes to the funding side of things, how do you all go about raising funds for your organization?
The bulk of our support comes right from the community. In the last year, 100% of our support came from individuals, local businesses, local churches, service clubs like Rotary and Kiwanis. And so that's about $1 million annual operational budget for us each year. And we're just delighted that Canby, Aurora, and Hubbard stand with us in that. Of course, local foundations help support our work as well. But we think it's really important that the community be engaged in both volunteering with our work and supporting it financially. And when they're doing both like that, they get a chance to see sort of the inner workings of what's happening at the Canby Center and find ways that are creative to support the needs around them.
Well, for this upcoming tournament, the Oregon Charity Championship, there's a number of different charitable organizations that are going to be competing. So I do have to ask about the golf side of things. Will you be personally competing on your team?
I will be there cheering folks on, maybe with a putter in hand, but I hope they don't make me use it. We're so thankful for Columbia Distribution, who is partnering with us, and they've really invited us in, and they've been such a faithful sponsor for us. So we're excited to be partnered with them in this event, and I'm going to be cheering from the sidelines, I hope.
Fair enough. Yeah, I've said this when we talk about this, you wouldn't want me on the team either. But cheering on the side, yeah. If you want to win, no. You don't want me on
yes.
the team. Yes. There's too many good golfers out there. So with the tournament, though, itself, so if the Canby Center were to win the tournament and win the prize at the end, what would that funding go toward?
I think about a mom who recently shared with us. She said, and I quote, "I remember that when the Canby Center began, she said, it was a lifeline for me with 3 kids and a terminally ill spouse. I'm forever grateful that the Canby Center clothed and fed us on many occasions." And so if folks want to support our work, they can just go to thecanbycenter.org and send in a gift that way. There's also opportunities right on our website to sign up as a volunteer and support our work in that way. We're currently under a major building expansion, tripling the size of our facility. And so when that's completed around October for phase 1, there'll be all kinds of great opportunities for folks to get very hands-on with our volunteerism. So thanks for asking. Financial support is one of those key areas for us because we rely 100% on the community. When folks give a gift, it enables us to be there for families who are struggling.
Well, Ray, thank you very much for joining us just to talk about your organization and the work that you do there. Thanks for supporting your community through those efforts and all of the different, things that you mentioned right there, which we only touched on a tiny amount out of all those services that you brought up. But a great way for people to go there and take a look too, and get involved and help out if they want to do so. And good luck in the tournament. Best of luck there. And thanks for joining us here on Fox 12 Now. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Greg. It was great to see you.
And for everybody watching too, again, this is Fox 12 Now. We live stream here. You can watch us on the Fox 12 Oregon app. You can go to our YouTube channel. You can go to our website. So whatever it is, however you found us, thanks for doing so. And we're here every weekday with more stuff as well, covering a wide range of topics here on the show, including breaking news. If that's were to happen between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m., this would be the place to go. But that's it for right now. Thanks for joining us. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.